Two students wanted to learn piano. Both started on the same day. Both had the same teacher. Both had the same dream. But 1 year later, one student was playing beautiful music. The other student had quit after 2 weeks. The difference was not talent, not intelligence, not opportunity. The difference was motivation versus discipline. This is the story of the two students. And it will show you why motivation fails and discipline wins. The first student's name was Emily. Emily was very motivated, very excited. Emily watched videos of famous pianists. She imagined herself playing in front of audiences. She felt inspired, energized, ready. "I am going to be a great pianist," Emily declared. "I am so motivated. I will practice every day. I cannot wait to start." Emily's first day of practice was amazing. Emily practiced for 3 hours, 3 full hours. Emily was excited, motivated, inspired. Emily's second day was also good. 2 hours of practice. Still motivated, still inspired. Emily's third day was okay. 1 hour of practice. Motivation starting to fade. Emily's fourth day was harder. 30 minutes of practice. Motivation weak. Emily's fifth day. Emily did not practice at all. "I do not feel motivated today," Emily said. "I will practice tomorrow when I feel inspired again." But tomorrow came. Emily still did not feel motivated. Maybe the next day, Emily thought. The next day came. Still no motivation. 1 week passed. No practice. 2 weeks passed. Emily quit. "I guess I am not meant to be a pianist," Emily said. "I lost my motivation. When the motivation comes back, I will try again." The second student's name was David. David was also motivated at the beginning. David also felt excited, inspired, ready. But David understood something Emily did not understand. David knew that motivation fades always for everyone. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings change. Feelings disappear. David knew he could not rely on motivation. So David did not rely on motivation. David relied on discipline. What is discipline? Discipline is doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. Motivation says, "I will practice when I feel inspired." Discipline says, "I will practice at 6 p.m. every day no matter what I feel." Motivation depends on feelings. Discipline depends on commitment. Motivation is optional. Discipline is mandatory. This was David's secret. David created a rule. Every single day, 6 p.m., 30 minutes of piano practice. No exceptions. Not when I feel like it. Not if I am motivated. Not when I have time. Every single day, 6 p.m., 30 minutes. This was David's discipline. David's first day was great. Motivated and disciplined. Practiced 30 minutes at 6 p.m. David's second day was also good. Still motivated. Practiced 30 minutes at 6 p.m. David's third day. Motivation started to fade. David did not feel like practicing, but David practiced anyway. Why? Because 6 p.m. meant practice. Feelings did not matter. The rule was the rule. 30 minutes. Done. David's fourth day. David felt tired, did not want to practice. Practiced anyway. 30 minutes at 6 p.m. Not because David felt motivated, because David was disciplined. David's 10th day. David felt bored. Practicing was not fun anymore. Practiced anyway. 30 minutes at 6 p.m. Not because practicing was fun, because discipline does not care about fun. Discipline cares about commitment. This continued every single day. Some days David felt motivated. Most days David did not. But discipline did not care. Every day, 6 p.m., 30 minutes, practice. Motivation came and went. Discipline stayed. 1 month passed. David practiced 30 days. Emily practiced 5 days. 2 months passed. David practiced 60 days. Emily had quit. 6 months passed. David practiced 180 days. Emily had forgotten about piano. 1 year passed. David practiced 365 days. Emily sometimes watched piano videos and felt temporary motivation, but never practiced. After 1 year, David could play piano beautifully. Not because David was more talented than Emily. Not because David was more motivated than Emily, but because David was disciplined and Emily was not. David practiced when he did not want to. Emily only practiced when she wanted to. David practiced on hard days. Emily only practiced on easy days. David's discipline created results. Emily's motivation created nothing. Here is what most people do not understand. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Emily started with motivation. The motivation faded after 5 days. Emily had no discipline, so Emily stopped. David also started with motivation. But when motivation faded, David had discipline, so David continued. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fuel. You need the spark to start the fire, but you need fuel to keep the fire burning. Emily had the spark but no fuel. David had both. Let me show you the difference between motivation and discipline in different areas of life. This applies to everything, not just piano, everything. Fitness. Motivation says I will work out when I feel energized. Discipline says I work out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. no matter how I feel. Motivated people work out for 2 weeks then quit. Disciplined people work out for years and get results. Motivation created New Year's resolutions that failed by February. Discipline created athletes who trained for decades. Business motivation says I will work on my business when I feel inspired. Discipline says, I work on my business 2 hours every evening no matter what. Motivated people start businesses and quit when excitement fades. Disciplined people build businesses that last. Motivation created ideas. Discipline created companies. Learning. Motivation says, I will study when I feel like it. Discipline says, I study 1 hour every day at 8 p.m. Motivated people buy courses and never finish them. Disciplined people learn skills that change their lives. Motivation filled hard drives with unfinished courses. Discipline created masters. Relationships. Motivation says, I will spend time with my family when I feel like it. Discipline says, I have dinner with my family every night at 6 p.m. Motivated people have good intentions. Disciplined people have strong relationships. Motivation said, I should call my mother. Discipline called every Sunday at 3 p.m. Do you see the pattern? Motivation is based on feelings. Discipline is based on commitment. Feelings change constantly. Commitments stay constant. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is reliable. Motivation fails. Discipline wins. Always. Now let me tell you why people fail. People fail because they rely on motivation and ignore discipline. People say, I will do it when I feel motivated, but motivation rarely comes. And when motivation comes, it never stays long. So people who rely on motivation start many things and finish nothing. Emily started piano. Emily quit piano because Emily relied on motivation. And motivation failed. David succeeded because David did not rely on motivation. David relied on discipline. David knew motivation would fade. David knew feelings would change. David knew some days he would not want to practice. So David created a system that did not depend on feelings. A system based on discipline. Practice every day at 6 p.m. for 30 minutes. Not when motivated. Not when inspired. Not when convenient. Every day, same time, same duration. This is discipline. Here is how to build discipline. First, stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is not coming. Or if motivation comes, it will leave. Do not wait for feelings. Feelings are unreliable. Second, create a specific commitment. Not, I will practice piano. That is too vague. I will practice piano every day at 6 p.m. for 30 minutes. That is specific. Specific commitments create discipline. Third, do it whether you feel like it or not. This is the hardest part. This is where most people fail. They do it when they feel like it. They skip it when they do not feel like it. This is not discipline, this is motivation. Discipline means doing it especially when you do not feel like it. Emily practiced when she felt motivated. So Emily practiced 5 days total. David practiced whether he felt motivated or not. So David practiced 365 days total. 5 days versus 365 days. That is the difference between motivation and discipline. That is the difference between quitting and succeeding. Now let me ask you something. What are you relying on motivation for? What are you waiting to feel motivated to do? Exercise, study, work on your business, learn a skill, write a book. You are waiting for motivation, but motivation is not coming. Or motivation will come for 2 days and then leave and you will quit again, just like Emily. Stop relying on motivation. Start building discipline. Make a specific commitment. I will exercise every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. for 30 minutes. Not when I feel like it. Not when I am motivated. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m., 30 minutes, then do it. Especially on days you do not feel like it. That is discipline. Emily quit piano after 2 weeks. Emily is now trying to learn guitar. Emily is very motivated about guitar, for now, but Emily has not learned discipline. So Emily will quit guitar too. After 2 weeks, when motivation fades, Emily will blame lack of motivation. Emily will try something else. Emily will be motivated for 2 weeks. Emily will quit. This cycle will repeat forever. Emily will start many things. Emily will finish nothing. Because Emily relies on motivation, and motivation always fails. David learned piano in 1 year. Now David is learning violin. David is not motivated every day. Some days David does not want to practice violin, but David practices anyway, because David has discipline. David will learn violin. David will learn anything he commits to, because David does not rely on motivation. David relies on discipline, and discipline always wins. Here is the truth most people avoid. Discipline is hard. Discipline is uncomfortable. Discipline requires doing things you do not feel like doing. Discipline requires practicing when you are tired. Discipline requires working when you are not inspired. Discipline requires showing up when you want to stay home. This is hard. Very hard. That is why most people avoid discipline. Most people choose motivation. Because motivation feels good. Motivation is easy. Motivation is exciting. But motivation does not create results. Discipline creates results. Emily chose motivation because motivation felt good for 5 days. Then motivation left and Emily had nothing. David chose discipline because David wanted results. Discipline felt hard every day, but discipline stayed and David got results. Emily chose comfort. David chose results. Emily feels motivated sometimes. David plays piano beautifully. Which would you rather have? Temporary good feelings or permanent results? 1 year after starting, Emily and David met. Emily asked David, how did you learn to play piano so well? You are so talented. David smiled. I am not talented. I am disciplined. I practiced every single day for 1 year, even on days I did not want to, especially on days I did not want to. That is discipline, Emily replied, but I was not motivated. I lost my motivation after 2 weeks. David said, I also lost my motivation after 2 weeks. Everyone loses motivation. The difference is, I did not stop when motivation left. I kept practicing because I was disciplined. Emily realized her mistake. Emily thought talent created success. Emily thought motivation created success. But discipline created success. Talent helps, motivation helps. But discipline is what actually creates results. Emily had relied on motivation. Motivation failed. David had relied on discipline. Discipline won. Before David left, he told Emily one more thing. Emily, stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is not coming. And if motivation comes, it will leave quickly. Create a disciplined system instead. Choose one thing. Commit to a specific time and duration. Do it every single day whether you feel like it or not. Do it especially on days you do not feel like it. That is discipline. That is how you win. Emily listened. Emily decided to try discipline. Emily chose guitar. Emily created a commitment. I will practice guitar every day at 7 p.m. for 30 minutes. Emily practiced the first day. Motivated. Emily practiced the second day. Still motivated. Emily practiced the third day. Motivation fading. Emily practiced the fourth day. No motivation, but Emily practiced anyway. This was new for Emily. This was discipline. Emily continued. Some days Emily felt motivated. Most days Emily did not. But Emily practiced every day because discipline does not care about feelings. Discipline cares about commitment. 1 year later, Emily could play guitar beautifully. Emily had finally learned the secret. Motivation starts. Discipline finishes. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation feels good. Discipline gets results. Motivation fails. Discipline wins. Always. What will you choose? Motivation or discipline? Temporary feelings or permanent results? Starting many things or finishing one thing? You cannot have both. Motivation and discipline are opposites. Motivation waits for feelings. Discipline ignores feelings. Choose discipline. Create a specific commitment. Do it every day whether you feel like it or not. This is hard, but this is how you win. This is the only way you win. Motivation fails. Discipline wins. Always. But motivation never came back. Emily never played piano again. Emily blamed lack of motivation for her failure. But motivation was not the problem. Relying on motivation was the problem.